Hello, I'm Jack Bergstrom, coach, speaker, and the author of the upcoming book, Mastering the Art of Business by Referral. Thanks for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I'll do my best to make it of some benefit to you. In the summer of 2017, I accomplished one of my large physical goals. When I say large, it was one that was significant. Required a lot of self-discipline, required a lot of training time, required a lot of everything to make it happen, including significant time away from my family and my business. Every year in Iowa, they put on what's called RAGBRAI, the Register's Annual Great Ride Across Iowa, and it varies between 400 some miles and close to 600 miles, and you ride with a lot of other crazy folk completely across the state of Iowa in the course of 7 days. Last year it was close to 500 miles. The training for it, I started almost a year ahead of time. My health was very fragile still from heavy metal poisoning, but I had really wanted to do that ride for years, and before I got too much older, I wanted to get it done. So I started. I had a lot of time training for that ride. The ride itself is go look on YouTube. Look under RAGBRAI, R-A-G-B-R-A-I, and just see what it looks like. Some days there were more than 20,000 people riding their bikes. Some days it was really hot, humid, and miserable, and many people gave up on their rides that day. The day that was a 100-mile loop, 100 miles that day, was one of the days that a lot of people just said, you know, that's it for me, and they stopped the ride. There's some pictures on my website of me completing that, and I'll put a link on that one of these days to one of the videos. But one of the things that I worked on, part of my training to help people and help myself, is to help install what I call peak emotional states. It can be called peak habits, it can be called peak traits, lots of different ways to refer to them and think of them. But in the course of writing this first book, Mastering the Art of Business by Referral, I wanted to think in terms of what states, what traits, what habits I would like to help my readers, either if they don't have them already, to install, or if they do have them, to enhance them, and then be able to recall them at will. And that will be one of the parts of the book. So these are the traits I ended up with. I ended up with self-discipline. I think the advantages to that are pretty self-evident. Ended up with health, physical vitality. I experienced firsthand what it's like not to have that. I ended up with focus. That has been my biggest challenge for a long time, is to be really laser focused on what I wanted to do. Ended up with bravery. Could also call it courage. And eventually I'd like to get to the point of being fearless, which I have been in the past, but I don't say that that would really describe me currently. Massive action. Tony Robbins really frowned on the phrase massive action. And it's something that I've done regularly in the past, but not so much recently, and I want to get back to it. Being in a place of positive expectancy, really expecting the best from your results. A lot of advantages to that. And finally, self-confidence. Really being confident in yourself in whatever situation, that you've got enough to begin, that you've got enough to get going, that you're going to be great at whatever it is you try. If you don't have it when you start, you'll figure it out. So those are the traits, 7 traits. There's kind of a reasons why that I chose the 7, and I'll talk about that in the book. But you know, if you happen to get this far, pay attention to them. What trait or traits would you love to have or install or enhance in yourself, and be able to call them back at will? Jack Bergstrom, coach, speaker, master of the upcoming book, author of the upcoming book, Mastering the Art of Business by Referral. And my tagline, at least for now, until I find something I like better: haven't your dreams waited long enough? Thank you.